Hi, welcome back to Michigan Mojo. This is a 1999 Jeep Wrangler and it needs U-joints. So today, for those of you who don't know what U-joints are, they're these guys, the end of the drive shaft. That one, and there's one back here. So anybody that knows me knows I'm not mechanical at all. I love cars, love driving them, terrible at working on them. So we're going to my buddy Justin's house today and he's gonna help us with that, along with we're gonna try and get, we got new rear fenders for it, new side panels. The front's already done, that's all metal. I basically bought the whole Jeep this way, besides the wheels and tires. I put those on, but everything else you see, sorry, I'm still out of breath from the intro. That was way too much running. Anyway, so today we're going to be putting on new panels. I actually got them from a buddy of mine. He had a Jeep Wrangler just like this for, I mean, I guess he still has it, but he drove it for like 2 years and then he completely redid it and doesn't need them anymore. So he gave them to me. Oh, we also have a new front bumper, so we're going to try and get that on as well. I'm going to leave the rear one for right now. It's not bad, I don't mind it. I actually not a big fan of it, but it's not terrible. And then a new front bumper we're gonna put on as well. So we're gonna go to his barn today. He's gonna help me with that. We just got to do some touch-up paint on those and then we can be throwing them on. So let's do it. We also got wings, dang good wings. We made it to Justin's barn. So like I said, we need U-joints, and then to start, these panels here and the rear fenders, we're gonna paint those up, and the front bumper. We're gonna paint those up just because they were, I mean, they're older, but they're pretty clean. But he just ran them for a couple years, so they got their chips and a little bit of surface rust. So I power washed them good. He's outside. He's painting these up right now. We're using truck bed coating to cover them up. I don't paint because I'm not great at painting. Right, Justin?
No.
Yeah, we're not great at it. He's a lot better at it than I am. So we're gonna paint these first. Then we can start on the U-joints. That way these can dry by the time we have to throw them on, and then we'll be good to go. So we're just taking these little bolts out and these little clips here, and we can pop this U-joint out, or I guess pop the drive shaft out, and then it'll slide out up here, and then we can put the U-joints in and it'll be good to go. So what are we doing here, Justin?
So we got to take these little clips out of here, around here, and on this one, and then we can drive the new or the old joint out, and then get ready for the new one.
The new joint.
Sometimes these pop out good, and sometimes they're a pain in the butt. That was easy.
That was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll get them both here. Look at that, another good one.
You never know with the Michigan rust.
You never do.
Another good safety tip is always make sure you wear safety glasses, because these things like to fly and they'll hit you in the
Or
face.
you can use the safety squids.
Yep.
Look at that. That all came right out.
Yep.
For funsies. So what are you doing with that?
I gotta pound this one down through so I can get this cap off, and pound it back there and the U-joint will pop out.
Okay, I gotcha.
Nice screws. Let's see what this one. That doesn't look too bad.
Yeah, not terrible. So this is what the inside cap of the U-joint should look like, all those little needle bearings. This is one of the old ones. Yeah, those bearings are gone.
That one's okay.
That one's not as bad. But definitely some chunks in there. That one was wrecked.
Mm-hmm.
Not as bad as that first one. Sitting here, new ones here. So now we're just gonna put this all back together like that. This one over here, and we'll be good to go. We can slide her back in the Jeep.
Yo!
Old J-Man got her built up there again. Slide her back on there. There we go.
Alright, we'll probably have to jack the Jeep out. Put it in.
I'm gonna put the clips over that.
Yep. We'll put the 2 bolts in.
2 bolts in. Should be locked and loaded.
Mm-hmm.
Ready to rip. Alright, so we got the new U-joints in. Those are good to go. So now we're going to work on the rear fenders, probably the front bumper. I don't know if we're going to have time in this video for the side steps, but that's alright. We'll do those later. So This side we got this fender off. Super easy. Justin just ripped it off. And this one, we just got one nut left, but I'll just rip that off and we'll be good to go. Just like that. See? Now we grind the bolts. So that one will probably just screw right out. Throw the new ones on. Ready to rip. Got this one on. Working on tightening it up at the moment. Then we can tuck that inner liner all back up in there. Then we can move on to the next one. Basically they line up with these holes here. So we just drill them out a little bit bigger so we can fit 1/4 inch bolts through there. Tighten them up, and that's all there is to it. It's fairly simple. Look at that. Tighten one more up there, one more on the bottom here. Will be solid. Looks a lot better than the old plastic crappy fenders we had on there. We got the back fenders on. We got the U-joints done underneath there. This thing drove way nicer on the way home. It was squeaking pretty bad when I was on the way there and driving it the past week or two. It was starting to squeak pretty good, so it makes sense because we dumped out that one U-joint and there was a lot of metal coming out of there. There was no more gears in there. But I think it looks a lot nicer with those fenders on the back. Yeah, soon we can get the steps on the side and the new bumper on the front. It'll just help make it look a little bit nicer, and I don't know. I feel like every Jeep needs a good bumper and some body armor on it. But that's it for this episode. We'll probably get the other couple things on in the next one. But for right now, that's all we got. Stay positive, be happy. We'll see you later.